This video goes over coding notes for chapters 18 and 19 in your CPT book. There are no notes to write in for the chapter 18 hemilymphatic, mediastinum, and diaphragm. So starting in the digestive system in your CPT books, just some general rules, making sure we're really slowing down and paying attention. Right away in the digestive system, we start with the lips. They talk about vermilionectomy. The vermilion is the border, okay, the red or pink border of our actual lip to the skin, of our face. Under repair, cheloplasty, I do have little stars next to some of the parenthetical notes there at the bottom of the page. Under code 40720, the parenthetical notes are really great there. To report rhinoplasty, only for nasal deformity secondary to cleft lip, congenital cleft lip, use these codes. And the one right under it, if you're going to repair that cleft lip with the cross lip pedicle flap or the Abbey Eastlander type, then, use this code. So again, paying attention to those kind of notes, really, all the rules are here for you. You just have to take time to pay attention to them. Turn to pharynx, adenoids, and tonsils. Under excision or destruction, most common codes out of this area are going to be starting at the 42820, okay? And all the way down to, on the very next page, there's one code, 42836. So again, that was the code range of 42820, tonsillectomy and adenoidectomy, younger than age 12, through 42836. These codes I have written in this section are usually bilateral, okay? So pay attention to that and write that in. Keep turning here. This is a big section. Turn to code 43235. That is the very first EGD code, or esophagogastroduodenoscopy. It starts there, and I have a note right there at the 43235, and I wrote EGD through 43210. So write that in, EGD, right there at the 43235, all the way through 43210. And the numbers don't add up. 43210 is out of order. I hate that in CPT, but they still have it. They haven't fixed it yet. So if you look, all of the next page, at the very top of the heading, I wrote all EGDs and arrowed down this whole page. Okay? Turn the next page, same thing. At the top of the page, right at the top, I wrote all EGDs, arrow down, that whole page. On the third page, you can see and find our very last code. I kind of drew a line below 43210. That was our code. Okay, all EGDs through 43210. And I kind of drew a line there and said EGDs done. Okay. Underneath that, you see the heading here, endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, or an ERCP. And I really circled that ERCP. That's a mouthful to say. You always see ERCP. Okay. And it should be bigger in type. So I kind of circled it or highlighted it just so it kind of stuck out to me a little bit. If you turn the page, laparoscopy above codes 43279. Again, our note there, which we've addressed before in the semester, surgical laparoscopy always includes that diagnostic laparoscopy. So make sure you're remembering those kind of things. Those are great, to pop in and remind us. Go to manipulation. Code 43250. Next to manipulation, in blue there, I wrote endoscopy, code separate. Endoscopy, code separately. You're going to watch a lot of videos on bariatric type surgeries. Those are pretty expensive and pretty explicit on how we need to code policies and procedures usually. Let me look here. We're going back quite a ways. If you look at we're looking at code 45300. So turn to 45300. You can pause me. Right above that code, there's a little small paragraph that says, when bleeding occurs as a result of an endoscopic procedure, control of the bleeding is not reported separately during the same operative session. So if they do have to do something, it's all the same. We don't bill that separately. That's a great note to highlight or star there, that little paragraph. Across the page, the definition of the sigmoidoscopy is great. I always have that starred. On the next page, you see a great decision tree, okay, for colonoscopies, which is nice and helpful. And then the definition of the colonoscopy is there too. I kind of have that starred and highlighted as well. Find code 45380. Next to that code, or right underneath it, I wrote with cold biopsy. With cold biopsy at 45380. It doesn't say it there, but that's what we would use. And it's pretty popular, so I want to make sure you write that in. Find code 46600. 46600. Anoscopy. It's under the endoscopy heading here. Anoscopy diagnostic, including collection of specimen or specimens by brushing or washing when performed, separate procedure. Again, remember those separate procedure rules. And then I like the parenthetical note right underneath there. Do not report this code in conjunction with these codes during the same operative session. So be really careful, okay, with that. It tells you right there. We just have to pay attention to it. If you wanted to go through and star or highlight every parenthetical note out of your CPT book, you'd be there all day, and maybe more than a day. But it really is true. That's how important, all of those notes are. Almost done here. I don't think there's a lot left. Just paying attention to your parenthetical notes, your separate procedure rules. Remember, if that's the only thing done, then yes, we would bill it. If there was a larger, more major or intensive procedure, and this would be included, okay, or integral to that, then we would not bill it out. That's all I have for notes. Oh, hernias. Look at codes 495. Let's see, it starts really 49491 is where repair, herniaplasties, herniorrhaphies, and herniatomies are listed, 49491. I have all through these codes here on the rest of that page underlined or highlighted you see repair initial inguinal hernia, and then if you skip down another 2 codes, repair initial, okay, again, I kind of underline those initials, and then as you go through, you start to see recurrent, okay, so initial or recurrent, very small words that can get overlooked, don't overlook them, okay, you'll get the wrong code, so I kind of highlighted or underlined those as well, and then that's the end of the coding notes for this section.